I got these headphones for my birthday, my 21st birthday, which was 2 years ago today, because today is actually my birthday, and what better thing to do on your birthday than make a video? I effectively just wanted to look over the past 2 years of using these and sort of talk about how good they are and whether or not I think they're worth it for the high price tag. You might be able to see behind me the video that you've just watched, and that is because on my birthday when I was filming this, the audio completely started failing at this point. Luckily I did keep the sort of notes I made about the structure of the video, so I'm going to completely redo it now and then edit it again and it'll be fine. Okay, so this is my attempt number 2. I think part of the reason why it didn't work last time is I was opening up these headphones on the video, and I think my phone connected to these headphones and then it just massively messed with the audio, so I need to make sure I do not open these while I'm filming. So super quick video of the features. These are in-ear earbuds. They've got silicone tips, a charging case which allows 24 hours of listening time. That does reduce for talking time, and this is all with active noise cancellation on. You can charge them wirelessly or through lightning cable. They costed me £249 when new, and I got them engraved for free. And I just had a quick look, and you can get them for around £180 on Amazon nowadays. With the second generation out, they're still $249. And finally, they have 3 modes. The sort of normal off mode is what they call it. It's just no noise cancellation and no transparency. And then those are the other 2 modes: active noise cancellation, which works amazing, and transparency mode. So that's a super brief rundown of the features. I watched an amazing video by a guy called Study MD, or a channel called Study MD. So I'll link that in the description if you want to have a full review of it. Great video that helped me decide that I did want to buy them. So how do they work 2 years later? So I've pretty much used these headphones almost every single day for the past 2 years, and I can barely notice them being any different. The battery life seems exactly the same in my mind. I know it must have decreased, but I can barely notice it myself. The active noise cancellation still works like new, and it's incredible. Same for the transparency mode. I have actually dropped the tips a few times over the past couple of years, so they've got a couple of little dents in them, but they still work fine regardless. The only time where they've fallen out is when I've actually taken a surgical mask off during COVID, and they've sort of caught on the mask strap and it's flicked out. One thing to note is I have had these in a protective case. I think it's like a plastic protective case. It did the same thing again. Just after I put that plastic bit back on, the audio completely desynced. So I've taken off the microphone that I use, so hopefully that won't happen again. And I'm gonna put these down so I don't open them up again. Good thing I've got some notes. So I was just saying that I had them in a protective case, which has really helped preserve their life a lot longer. And I have a tile attached, which is kind of unnecessary because the AirPods do actually have a tracking feature in them, but this tile just allows the tracking to be a bit wider distance if I lost them somewhere, but I haven't really had to use it. Something feels very ironic about the fact that the video I'm making is being derailed by the thing I'm making a video about, but never mind. £250 is quite a lot for a pair of headphones. So the question really is, were they worth it? So let's assume I wore them every single day for 2 years. That would mean I wore them for 730 days straight, or if you divide the cost by 730, you'll find that means every day costed 34p to wear them. And the question is 34p worth it for you to wear those headphones every single day? It obviously adds up. However, they're still working perfectly, and I'm going to continue to wear them for a couple more years, I'm sure. And so that cost will decrease. And it's safe to say that their sort of longevity and build quality are kind of what you're paying for, and it's clear to see in how they're performing still 2 years later. Out of any Bluetooth headphones I've previously owned, these ones have probably lasted the longest. So I absolutely love these headphones, mainly because they massively help me with my concentration. So I'm both dyslexic and an engineer, and I get distracted so easily by any other noises outside. And as I mentioned, the active noise cancellation works incredibly well, and it's so helped me with my concentration. Particularly last year, I lived in a house right next to a main road. Road noise was coming into my room all the time, and I wouldn't be able to concentrate. However, when I put these headphones in, it cuts out that sort of background noise so well. Things like sirens and car doors slamming do get through because they're much more sort of acute, but background noise it can deal with amazingly, and especially putting on some good music. My secret hack is really to use, when I'm working, I like to listen to movie soundtracks because they sound incredible, and they're great to sort of get you in the zone of working. I also mentioned transparency mode. Now, if you don't know what that is, it basically just means that the earbuds use their sort of microphones to hear the outside noise and sort of almost play it through the headphone. So simply, it just sounds like you're not wearing any headphones. You can hear the outside world as normal, and it also feels the same pressure-wise in your ear. This means that when you're driving, for example, you can drive in these perfectly fine with hearing the road noise, but it means that when you're having a phone call with someone, for example, it's much, much easier for them to hear you and for you to hear them rather than having it coming through the car speakers. And that's where I've found it really helpful is car journeys. And as with most Apple products, they just work so well within an Apple ecosystem. They connect to my laptop, my Apple Watch so well if I want to go for a run. The issue with that is that they do not connect well to my PC. They're quite clunky with that, and I wouldn't recommend you get one if you're going to try and get it for PC. You're better off looking elsewhere. But if you're in the Apple ecosystem, it's definitely worthwhile. So, I've not done a video like this before, and it's just fun to experiment really, so I really hope it's been helpful. I hope you found it enjoyable. It's been a really good learning experience for me. So, anyway, if you enjoyed it, I really hope you did, and as always, I will see you in the next video.